welcome, and yes, we have finally made it to the premiere night of Big Brother All-Stars. No more rumored cast, we actually have a solid cast within the house playing the game as we speak. And not only that, but we've also gotten our first HoH competition, our first HoH of the Big Brother All-Stars season. There's a lot to go over, but let's just start out, first of all, with the formatting of the premiere night. The premiere night, we were getting introduced to our 16 house guests for this season of Big Brother, and they were introduced in groups of 4. And so we had 2 groups of 4 women, 2 groups of 4 men, and in these groups, they were going to compete against each other in qualifying matches to see who would go on to compete in the final phase of the HoH competition to see who is going to be crowned the first HoH of Big Brother All-Stars. In Group 1, we had Nicole F., Danny, Davon, and Christmas. Now, in the qualifying matches of the HoH competition, what these people are having to do is going to be running into the Big Brother house, running straight to the backyard, or some people took the detour route, but look at the big TV screen for a clue of what they had to look for. They had to look for a statue, pillows, a portrait of a spray paint can. Once they found it, they have to run back out to the backyard where they have to do a table maze to get the ball to the right room hole. Once they do that, they hit their buzzer. The top 2 people in each group were going to qualify to make it into the next HoH phase. Now, not every group had 2 winners or 2 qualifiers, as in Group 1, Christmas was the only person to really qualify to make it into the final phase of the HoH group. The next group that we had coming in was Tyler from Big Brother 20, Ian, Kevin, and Enzo. They all ran in, they did their table maze, and the 2 that were able to finish was Ian and Kevin, which Kevin really surprised me on that one because he was the last one to get to his table maze in this group, yet he was able to stay calm, cool, and collected and finish it out before Tyler or Enzo was able to do it. Ian took like 30 seconds to finish his. But there were some discrepancies with this table maze, as the women groups had to go all the way to the end of their table maze and get to what is essentially the hardest hole to hit and ring their buzzer, whereas the men's groups had the bathroom, which was like not too far off of the first hole, and then the comic book room, which was in the middle of the table. So they had a significantly shorter distance route than, say, the 2 women groups. But let's keep on moving on. Group 3, we had Janelle, Bailey, Nicole A, and Keisha. And the only person to qualify out of Group 3 was Nicole A from Big Brother 21. And in the final group, Group 4, we had Kesar, David, Cody, and Memphis. And Cody and Memphis were able to win in their qualifying matches to then lead into the final HoH competition. But before we can get through the final phase of the HoH competition, that's when everyone is let loose, everyone is able to meet the rest of the house guests, not just their 4 that they were competing in, but they got to meet every single person. And I want to say this about the premiere of Big Brother 22. Yes, it was live. There was a lot happening within the game, within the house, yet I felt like it went as smooth as it could. There was not a whole lot of like stopping and starting. Yes, there was some troubles with Julie trying to get everybody wrangled up, sitting down after they kept on releasing people. But you have to remember, with this group, they've already all played before. They know how the game works. They know the strategy. They know what it takes to make it far within this game. And what they're already doing essentially is working up their nerves, working up their adrenaline, being all excited and nervous and all that stuff, and they're already thinking, I have to start working this group. I have to start making connections and making some allies to make it farther than, say, week 1. So when they keep on releasing people to meet the group and they're all getting up and like hugging, I get that Julie and production are like, we got a lot of stuff to do. We have to do heats. We have to get to the final HoH competition. We have to show the have-not room, which was really, really funny when they couldn't get into it. But for little minuscule things that were hiccups, instead of ginormous things that could have went terribly, terribly wrong, I thought that it went as smooth as it possibly could, probably smoother than what production thought it was going to be. So everybody got to meet each other. We got to know who had kids since they first played, married, even divorced, yes. And now they move on to the final phase of the HoH competition. There's these little platforms. Some of them are rock steady. The other ones are really wobbly. And what you have to do is make it across this path without falling over. And then you would have to reset if you did. You have to make it across this path in the quickest time possible. Whoever does it wins HoH and is the first HoH of the season. Will have to get blood on their hands. And the most important thing is they will not be the first All-Star walking out of the house next Thursday night during their live eviction. So the 6 competitors going for HoH this time is Christmas, Ian, Kevin, Nicole A, Cody, and Memphis. Memphis is the first one out on the board. He is falling over. I'm kind of glad that he was the first one out there because he was showing us exactly what shouldn't be done. The demonstration was impeccable. He had some good falls. He had a great diving jump at the end. He gets a time that's well over 1 minute, and then Cody comes out. He's the second person out there, and he does this in 22.06 seconds. Stellar run, speed run, and pretty much locks up the competition. After that, as everybody is falling off, they have to grab an envelope. If you do not win this HoH competition, you're grabbing an envelope that possibly has a punishment or something good within it. Memphis and everybody else has to grab an envelope as Cody locks this in at 22 seconds. He wins HoH. He is talking to Julie in the diary room one-on-one while everybody else is out in the living room, and he's talking about how it's going to be weird playing without Derek. He's a little bit nervous. He doesn't have that ride or die to help calm him down or help strategize with him, but he's also very excited to have this opportunity to show that he deserved to make it to the end on his season, and he wants to make it to the end again and possibly win that grand prize money. He said he was the most surprised to see Kesar here, I guess because Big Brother 6 and Big Brother 7, out of all the cast members, he thought maybe they wouldn't pick Kesar, but he said he didn't really want to win the first HoH competition of the season, but after seeing how many people were in here and maybe he doesn't have as many connections as some people would say that they have, and so he got a little bit nervous and really wanted to go for that win, and now he just has to have other people coming up to him, making deals with him, and this could set him up better for the rest of the game, or people could see that he is a very, very big physical threat and maybe want to take their shot at him. We'll have to wait and see what happens within the live feeds. We finally get to the envelope ceremony, and the envelope ceremony is that there is one envelope that is a cash prize, and the rest of them are have-not cards. So there's going to be 4 have-nots this first week of the Big Brother season. Christmas opens up hers, and she's the second one to open it up, and it is $5 grand. Christmas on night 1 already has 5 G's in her pocket, while Memphis, Nicole A, Kevin, and Ian are all have-nots. They had to go upstairs next to the HoH bedroom, where they are going to be living in the have-not room, which looks like something straight out of Jigsaw, but they could not get even into the have-not room. While on live air, they were trying to like push and pull. They were trying to like kick open the door. It just would not happen. Production had to go to a commercial break, and coming back, they were like, we'll show you the have-not room, but we'll get them in there later before everyone's going to be going to sleep. But they're going to be on slop. They're going to be sleeping in the worst room. I'm actually excited to have-nots back in the Big Brother game. That's going to be fun to kind of throw in there. But that was really, really funny. I'm not gonna lie. I was laughing hysterically when they could not get that door open. It's something in live shows that you want to see. Like, you don't want to see like complete failure throughout the whole show, but you want to have those like blunders that are kind of just like thrown in there. It's just a throwaway blunder, really. I mean, we're gonna see the have-not room later on in the season on the live feeds. The live move-in, come on, it's just fun to see like them like struggling to open up doors. But it was really, really funny. Then right before the ending to the live show, the live premiere, Julie lets the house and us at home know that there are going to be twists. There are going to be new rooms opening up throughout the game's process, and those rooms are going to have the ability to shake up the game. The first room that we are introduced to is the safety suite. And then Julie says that we will get to learn all about the safety suite Wednesday and later on in the week. I cannot wait. I'm actually really excited for this season. I'm excited to, one, have Big Brother back, but also I'm most excited to have a cast that I can expect good gameplay from. I mean, like right before the end of the show, when everything was going on and we were kind of like looking into everybody, like looking around the house and the bedrooms, we had Danny and Nicole and Memphis in the bathroom talking about strategy already. I think what I'm most excited about is what kind of allies and storylines can come from this cast. Will players from seasons past that they played on the seasons together work together, kind of like Janelle and Kaysar, or Memphis and Keisha? Maybe they haven't talked to each other for years or since their Big Brother season, but will they have that rapport with each other that they'll want to like link up? Or will they be weary of each other because, hey, they kind of screwed me over on my season, or they lied to me on my season. I know what kind of player they are, so I'm going to want to step back from them. Or will there be kind of like a new school versus old school, kind of like there was in Survivor Winners at War? Or will the competition beast or the physically athletic want to link up together, kind of like Cody and Tyler? Or will something, I just don't know. I think my mind can run around in circles thinking about how all these players will try to link up, start allies with people that were in the group one when they get to talk to each other. Since they were in a group locked into a room together, will they want to link up and kind of started out with something like that? I don't know. I really can't tell. I haven't really watched the live feeds yet. I'm sure I've watched it since the premiere of this video, but I'm just so excited to just have Big Brother back, returning players that know the game, that knows how to strategize, and I'm just super excited to see what could come from this season and see how this game progresses. I can't wait. I legit can't wait for more competitions, for Veto, for what even Cody's gonna do in this first week. Who is he gonna put up? We're gonna have to wait and see. I cannot wait. But what did you think about the premiere of Big Brother All-Stars? Let me know that in the comment section below. Who are you rooting for? Let me know that too. Who do you think will hook up in an alliance? Who do you think will be together? Do you think people from seasons past that have played together on seasons past will click together easily, or do you think they're going to be at each other's throats? Let me know that in the comment section below. Do you have CBS All Access? Will you be obsessed with live feeds? I know I probably will. This is the first time I'm having live feeds in like years, and I'm just super excited and also nervous that I'm just going to get obsessed and wrapped up with them, listening to all these conversations that probably won't lead to anything. But what do you think about this premiere? What do you think about this season? Are you excited about it? Let me know that in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. While you're down there, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be back really soon with more Big Brother videos, more challenge videos, more content in general. And until then, peace.